So, I've been thinking about this for a while. Have you heard the phrase, we're all like family here in a workplace environment? And it's funny because most companies who say that really don't make the workplace a place where people even feel welcomed. And there's so much that has to happen before the workplace can become like family to people. So hearing that phrase, we're all like family here, it's really amazing because the companies, they don't make you feel like it's family. And honestly, I don't know about you, but me, I really don't need any family at work. What I require of work is for you to value me, for you to put respect on my check and pay me for the work that I'm doing. But I started thinking about this, and it's really amazing because you hear that, and there are a lot of companies out there that care about their people and make the environment conducive to people coming to work, enjoying what they're doing, and being productive. But most companies who say, oh, we're like family here, are not those companies. They're the companies that have toxic environments that are not fair and not inclusive. So I really want companies to start thinking, if you really want your workplace to be a place where your employees can say, oh, we're like family, it starts from top down. And the first thing you need to think about and consider is fairness. Are you being fair to everyone? Do all your employees have the same opportunities, or are there favorites that have opportunities that others don't know about? Are there certain people who are always getting the trainings, the opportunities to travel, ways to promote, and things that they can do to better themselves, the mentoring, things like that? So are you being fair? And the next thing is, have you told everyone the rules of the game as far as the workplace is concerned? Because whether you want to admit it or not, there are rules to the game in the workplace. They're unspoken rules. One needs to have that level and equal playing ground when it comes to coming into the workplace. So being fair, giving everyone that same opportunity to bid on jobs, get promoted, go to training. Those things are things that level the playing field and let everyone know what the game is. And then being inclusive. And inclusive is not just, oh, I'm checking this box for this gender or this race or whatever. It's actually not only bringing that person into your organization, but actually making them feel welcome, actually letting them be able to walk the same path as some of the other people have walked. And I know there's a lot of you out there who are saying, well, yeah, I've heard my company say that, but I don't feel like I'm part of a family when I go to work. And you don't. Most companies don't make you feel like that. And they love to say that. And it really is starting to irritate me because you have companies that say that, oh, we're like a family here. We're great. We love it. But the people who are saying that, leaders, they have no clue on what's going on with their workforce because they're up in the ivory tower. They're sitting in the mahogany offices with the mahogany desk, and they have no idea what's going on. And they're not trying to facilitate that family environment. So it's something that you need to think about. And for those of you who don't know, I am Trina L. Martin. I am the queen of equality in tech. I help women of color in tech show up authentically, get the pay and promotions that they deserve, and stay in tech so that we can represent and not be the minority like we always have been. And I also work with companies to help them hire, retain, and promote women of color in tech. So this is something that's very near and dear to my heart. But there's so those steps that you have to consider if you're a company. So one is, do your people know the rules of the game, the unspoken rules of the game? Do they know that, okay, if I want this opportunity or that opportunity, this is how I need to go about it? Are you fair? Which means no nepotism. You're not showing favoritism to certain people, or certain people have the behind the scenes look where they know when the next training opportunity is coming out, or they know when the next promotion is going to be posted, so they have a leg up on everyone else. And giving those opportunities to everyone. Are you making the environment such that when people come to work, it's not toxic? All of these things start from the top down. So you want to say that your company, everyone feels like family, but do they really? And have you asked, have you taken a pulse of your people? So there's things that you need to do as a leader, as a company, to ensure that your people are feeling like that. And most importantly, and I think most people, if you're like me, and most people really don't care about we have a family environment, as long as it's a place that they can come to and do their work without being in the midst of a hostile work environment, the toxicity, and that they're valued, their work is valued and recognized, and that you are paying them equally and fairly. So these are all the things that, if you want your employees to feel like they're a family, these are things that need to happen. And you really need to start looking internally at what's going on in your workplace. So I just wanted to go on really quickly and share that with you. And please share your thoughts as well, because that's something that's been bothering me for years, is when I hear people say that. And you look around and you go, well, you're saying this and you're a company who nobody feels like that. So share your thoughts with me and let me know, have you heard that phrase that, oh, we're all a family here? Let me know how that made you feel. Did you feel like you were a family? And what are some of the things that happened in that workplace that made you not feel like you were family? I'll be interested to know, what are some of the things that you have gone through, whether they are similar to some of the things I've mentioned, and what do you think that can be done to help companies make the environment more conducive to being productive and people actually enjoying coming to work? You know, let's face it, we spend most of our lives and most of our awakening hours and day at a job. So that means that's time that we're not with our families, times that we're not doing what we want to do. So because of that, we want to actually go to an environment where we can be productive, where we're not stressed out, we're not going through the hostile work environment where there's craziness going on, because it's craziness in these job streets. And I'm just going to let you know. And for those of you who say, oh, I have a great job, I love it, I'm so glad for you. But there are many people who don't, but because we all have to work, we have a living, we have families to provide for, people are enduring things. It's funny, they're talking about the thing going on now is the quiet quitting and people not wanting to come back to work. Well, these are some of the factors that people started realizing when COVID hit and they were out of the office and people had time to really think and reflect. And they were going, wow, I'm not valued. This is how I'm being treated. So these are things that I think companies have done to turn their employees away. But if you're a woman of color in tech and you're looking for coaching to help you get to that next level and show up authentically, I want you to go out there and sign up for my Tech Trifecta coaching program. It is open. There's different options available, but I want to work with you because I've been there. I've been in the tech industry. I've been in the situation where you've been, where you haven't felt valued. You wondered if you belonged in the space. And whether or not tech was for you. So I don't want you to leave tech. I want you to stay in tech because you have value, and we need to show up because we belong in tech. We have to be who we are authentically, and just show up and be who we are and let people know that we work to get where we are and we deserve to be here. So just remember, if you are a company and you want to have an environment where your employees show up and enjoy the workplace, or at least feel comfortable in coming to work, you have to make it that way. And it starts from the top down. So until that happens, you can't say that it's like family in your workplace, because you have to make it happen.